Alright, welcome back. Or just welcome. Alright, if you click this video, you know what I'm talking about. Let's just get to the point. The first thing I'm gonna need to see in the game as soon as possible, more common fruits and uncommon fruits. If you look in the fruit dealer right now and count the fruits, you're gonna see that there's like literally more legendaries and mythics than there are common, uncommon, and rares. And that doesn't make sense. You know, why are there more mythicals and stuff than commons? You know, that's really, there's an unbalance there. I think when Blox Fruits starts updating more consistently, you know, whenever the cars start to fly and stuff and, you know, robots take over, they should start adding more, you know, uncommon fruits and stuff, you know? Like, keep adding legendaries, but like, we need more, you know, variety. You know, I want to go on first seed and see something crazy that isn't just like mythical. I want to see something new. I don't think the fruits should just be getting added like one at a time. You know, I don't want just, oh, update 25, we added the freaking flower fruit. No, bro. You know, I want to update where they add 5 new uncommon fruits, you know? But yeah, here are some ideas of what I think they should add, you know, to the game. Some fruits. So like, keep in mind, I'm gonna be naming common fruits. So don't be like, oh, this fruit isn't meta. How am I gonna abuse this in PvP? No, that's not what we're here for. So one fruit they could add is the bubble fruit, which could be an uncommon fruit. And you know, its abilities would be pretty self-explanatory. You know, it shoots out bubbles and stuff. You know, you could be like Kira if you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He shoots out little bubble bombs. You know, you can do like the bubble prison. It could have an ability to float in a bubble. You know, have to fly. There's a couple of things they can do with it, and that'd be pretty cool for a common fruit or an uncommon fruit. I meant, you know, yeah, the bubble fruit. Another fruit they could add, which could be really cool, is the invisible fruit. And like, I know there's already like a glitch to go invisible, but like, come on, the game really needs to patch that, because that should take up a fruit slot. And I think this fruit should have like one move, which just makes you go invisible. Literally that, you know, it shouldn't really have like invisible projectiles, because that doesn't really make sense. But I think the move should make you invisible for like 8 seconds when you use it, or 10 seconds, however many seconds. But like, when you attack, you become uninvisible, so it isn't overpowered. Which is kind of the point for common and uncommon fruits, you know. The next fruit I have in mind is the heal fruit, which, you know, could have moves like healing beam, heal pulse, you know, just a bunch of healing based moves. Just a fruit dedicated straight to healing. Not Phoenix fruit, but like, you know, a fruit with actual healing moves. Not too much needs to be said about the fruit though. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think it would have any attacks, but like just heal based moves, you know. Which would be cool, because we don't have really anything like that in the game. You know, there's not like a sword that heals you or a gun that heals you or anything like that. But yeah, I think that would be good for what they're going for, you know, with the crew system, sea exploration. You know, you can just heal people. Another fruit I think they should add in the uncommon category is the bear fruit. And I don't know if y'all know this, but right now there's literally only one fruit that is a zone that isn't legendary or mythical, and that is the falcon fruit. Unless you count the rubber fruit for reasons. But yeah, the bear fruit would have some cool abilities, I think. It would be able to use moves like scratch, bite, hunt, you know, the pretty basic self-explanatory stuff. I feel like the scratches could look something like the Kitsune M1s and stuff like that. You know, it would be pretty interesting to see a bear fruit in the game. More zone fruits, more just animals walking around the map like a zoo. Disclaimer, by the way, I'm not a furry. You know, I'm not a furry. Now, I know what y'all are gonna say when y'all hear my next idea for an uncommon fruit. You're gonna say stuff like, this fruit should be a legendary, or this fruit should be a mythical. But I think it would be better for a uncommon fruit, and this is my opinion, so just hear me out. The next fruit I think they should add as a uncommon fruit, uncommon, is the gas fruit. Y'all, keep in mind that flame, ice, sand, and dark are all uncommon fruits, so I think the gas fruit would be good to mix in with those, you know? And honestly, the fruit doesn't have to be bad. And if y'all really want like a cool gas fruit, it can get an awakening. But like, I think the gas fruit would be good. The gas fruit could have like a built-in sword, kind of like how the light and ice fruit does. And it could have like a bunch of flame-based as well as poison-based attacks. There's a lot of stuff they could do with the gas fruit that would be really cool. You know, I think it would be cool if they had a flight where it goes into the cult form and he can still use attacks from the gas fruit. Like, he can still shoot his little gas bombs, gas flames, whatever. Yeah, no, the gas fruit though. So those are just the uncommon fruit ideas I have, but I also have fruit ideas for the rares, legendaries, and mythicals. I didn't come up with no common ideas because that's kind of boring, but that's besides the point. Anyways, here are some of the rare ideas I have actually. The first idea I have for the rare category is actually the summon fruit, which is a unique fruit which isn't in One Piece. Basically, think of Megumi from JJK, where you can have a bunch of cool summons that fit the scenario for whatever you need. You can have a summon that like fights on land, like a wolf, or you can have like a bird summon for when you're in air PvP. And you can also add a support summon, which could like heal you and stuff, and give you like a speed boost. And then for like the V skill, I think it should be like something like major, like a dragon, like a giant demon or something cool, you know? There's a bunch of things you can do with this fruit, and we'll have to see. I think the flight could also be like just a bird, I don't know. But yeah, summon fruit. The next fruit in the rare category that I thought of was another zoan fruit, and it would actually be unique from the other zoan fruits, which I'll explain in a moment. But I think the next fruit should be the wolf fruit. Imagine a kitsune fruit that couldn't shoot like a bunch of beams and projectiles and stuff, and you have the wolf fruit, you know? Just like the bear fruit or whatever, it would have abilities like scratch, slash, you know, a bunch of scratch-based abilities. When I think of the wolf fruit like base form, Yamcha is what comes to mind, because Yamcha has a lot of abilities that are like resemblance of a wolf, and I think that would be a good idea for the wolf fruit. Also, another cool thing I think they should do for the wolf fruit, which would be unique, is if they added a unique transformation when it's the full moon. Just like think about how cool it would be to like be losing in a PvP situation, you know, with the wolf fruit, you know, and then all of a sudden a full moon rolls around, and next thing you know, boom, you've gone from a rare weak fruit, you know, fodder level fruit, to a fruit that's as strong as leopard. I think that would be like a really cool concept for a rare fruit, and you know, would make the game interesting. Just a lot of cool stuff that can be done with it. Now, the last fruit idea that I have in mind is actually a legendary, which I think they should add to the game, just because Halloween is rolling around, and I think this would be a cool fruit for like a, you know, event fruit or something like that, you know, which would just come out in the spirit of Halloween. You know, they released Ghost for the Halloween update, and I think that this should be the next fruit. The fruit in question is actually the vampire fruit or the blood fruit, either or, you know, which would have a bunch of like blood-based attacks, like blood drink, you know, shoot out blood spears, you know, siphon, life siphon, a bunch of stuff like that. Honestly, it would just kind of be like a Sanguine's art type of thing, but like in fruit form, which would be pretty cool. I can imagine like if you get like a blood scythe and stuff like that. But there's also a concept which I've heard online before. Now, the idea itself actually comes from a dude on Discord, literally just named I ... And basically, every time you like hit an attack on the blood fruit, you fill up a blood meter, or like you take the enemy's blood, and whenever the meter becomes fully filled, you just enter like the vampire mode or the Dracula mode, where your attacks just become much stronger, you know? It would also be cool if this fruit, you know, similar to the wolf fruit, but like every night became like, you just became slightly stronger or get slight buffs, you know? I think that would be a cool concept for this fruit. Just because, you know, vampire fruit, nighttime, I don't need to explain that, y'all. So besides the stuff that's like literally in the name of the game, there are also other ideas that I have, you know, which I can't really say are 100% unique, but they are something that I want to see in the game, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all would like this. So the other thing that I want to see, that I was literally just talking about 5 seconds ago, if y'all were listening, is sword and fruit combos, or like basically sword and fruit synergy, you know? This basically means when you use a sword with a certain fruit, like the abilities become slightly different or like slightly better, obviously, not worse. We wouldn't want it to get worse. And you can already kind of see this with the control fruit, which when you use it with the law sword, in case you didn't know, the range of all the attacks are buffed. There are like a bunch of swords that can have like this sword fruit combo synergy thing going on, like the Soul Cane with the ghost fruit, Rumble with pole, Kitsune with lantern, Quake with Basinto, all sorts of fruits and swords that could just work with this. And honestly, a cool thing they could do is like actually give the swords or the fruit, whatever, an extra ability, you know. Maybe that's overpowered, I don't know, but I think that would be cool. Sadly though, because I'm kind of like in a rush and I was just trying to get back to making videos again, I've only came up with 2 ideas for the video. So, you know, if y'all have any ideas in the comments, please leave them, because, you know, I would gladly read them, take them into consideration, and I'm gonna be honest down there. I'm gonna go down to the comment section, and if your idea sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks, okay? But like, you're not allowed to criticize my video, because that's mean. But anyways, you know, if you like the video, and that's about it, man. There is one thing that I forgot to mention though. I have a Discord server right now, and it doesn't have like a bunch of people in it, but hopefully before the update comes out, actually, we'll be having at least like 30-40 people in it. That's the goal. And once I hit like 20 people, maybe 30, I'm gonna do a challenge video, you know? And obviously, whoever wins the challenge is gonna get like a permanent fruit. So, you know, join up on that Discord server if you like permanent fruits, because who doesn't like free stuff that costs money? That'd be crazy if you don't like free stuff that costs money. So, join up, be the first. If you join early, you get a free role in the server to mark that you're an OG member. And yeah, man, that'll be about it. Comment down below how to do an outro, because I totally do not